So I watched The Odd Couple with Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington. I do miss Chris Broussard being on there because Kelvin Washington be saying some outlandish things which don't be making no sense. The latest one, which they both co-signed, really was making me puzzled. They actually sat there and allowed to say that Jayson Tatum is like the modern day Tim Duncan. Am I right? Well, because you're light skinned, got some waves in your hair, and you kind of don't talk a lot or certain things, and all of a sudden that's what makes you like that? I don't think so. I'm gonna tell you like this: Jayson Tatum is nothing like Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was more fundamentally sound. Tim Duncan stood up to when he had to go against competition. Because let me be real with you. You know how people always talk about Shaq and Kobe could have won more rings and etc. Who do you think was the reason they behind getting their way? Who do you think? I mean, besides from their own ego, and everything involved, but who do you think was the common opponent to that? Who do you think kind of got LeBron James's way early on to an extent when he won his first finals, or others, or the Pistons from winning back to back? Who do you think is the common denominator? Who do you think basically broke up that Miami Heat team at the end? Tim Duncan doesn't get his due. He's a top 5 player ever for a reason. Jayson Tatum ain't nowhere near that. And I don't know where they coming up with this. He might actually eclipse Duncan for scoring points because of the 3-point ball and all that. But what else does he do? He's not the leader. Duncan did win a league MVP. And you could debate him as being the best player or right there with Shaq or whoever you wanted to say in the early 00s. You could make a case. He was definitely in the top 2 to 3. You can't dispute that. And remember, if Doc Rivers don't act cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, there was already, if we let family members get on airplanes, it could have been him, T-Mac, and maybe Grant Hill in Orlando. So think about it. So I don't think no one is breaking their neck to try to get Jayson Tatum from Boston. Because the truth is, Jayson Tatum, him and Jaylen Brown are like peanut butter and jelly. They strong together, but without each other, that sandwich is half made. And the thing about it is this. To say that when a guy is coined the term the big fundamental, no one looks at Jayson Tatum and say, oh, you stand out. Yeah, he's getting lack of respect, but I'm going to say this. This is the other reason. The elephant in the room. The real elephant in the room. Tim Duncan played for the San Antonio Spurs. They don't get no love. Jayson Tatum plays for the Boston Celtics. You wear that Celtics logo and pride. You up here talking about you trying to chase Larry Bird. Well, be honest with you, you're not even catching Paul Pierce. Now, you might be more talented than, but I seen Pierce do what you and Tatum and Brown do pretty much by himself.